Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamaha-siddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandanubhavaswadam, sarvaroga nivarakam, vande papa vinashaktam. Nithyanandaya swagatam, nityamuktam nirvikalpam, dhyanaloka pradipakam, vande shantamayam bandham. Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandagandha sancharam, sarvopadhi vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
The samana is a particular air process which is responsible for the air to move all over your body. From this point to this point to this point, the whole body. We have 21 points, 10 fingertips, the feet. 10 fingertips in the hand and Sahasrara. In all these whole 21 points, the air being flooded, this is called samana. That process is called samana. If that samana is balanced, is proper, whenever I give you this kind of one idea and ask you to sit with it, the extraordinary powers will start expressing in your body. Like a feeling very light, or feeling heavy, feeling expanded, or feeling shrunk. These are the four called anima, lahima, mahima, karima. In the Ashtama Siddhis, 8 Siddhis, these are 4. All of you are clear what I am saying? Anima, lahima, mahima, karima. These are the 4 important powers. First it will happen psychologically. Then it will become physical. See, you will feel little more than you are. First psychologically. Then even physically it will start happening. Physically, if you are levitated, you have a healed samana. If you are only psychological levitation, you don't have any wound in samana. But if you are neither psychological nor physical levitation happen, means your samana needs to be balanced now, needs to be healed. See, actually what happens, what is initiation? When I say let that process, you just sit with that process, means that simple understanding of fish. With that one simple understanding, be there. When I say that, just through this kurma nadi. Kurma nadi is the nadi through which you release or receive. This is a center nadi. See how you check, when you check blood pressure, this is the exact nadi on which you put the machine. This is the exact nadi which runs through this middle finger. This is the nadi through which you send or receive information. So just through that, whatever experience is in my body is released. So any body which has samana, balanced samana, complete healed samana starts levitating, catching it. Balanced samana, psychological levitation happens. Little imbalanced samana just tries to catch it, tries to catch that wave. This is what exactly happens. Now, understand, you are not expected. You should not be waiting for levitation. You should not be doing it. You just be with the process. I am saying, let that happen by itself, because levitation is only one side effect. There will be so many byproduct. The body will expand. So there are things like a lahima, mahima, karima, anima, different siddhis. So with the samana balancing, with this initiation, any siddhi part will start happening in you. Any siddhi will start happening in you. So just be empty space, allowing this process to happen in you, this initiation to happen in you. That's all I wanted. Now, all you need to do is balance your samana and leave this process in you. Do not expect which one should happen in you. You understand what I am saying? Do not expect only the levitation should happen in you. Because the levitation itself can happen along with 2-3 things. You can feel heavier than what you are, and levitation can happen. All of you understand what I am saying? It does not need to be only that you should become light and levitate. No. You can become heavy and levitate. And same way, it does not need to be just feeling smaller than what you are and not having the levitation. You can have smaller than what you are and levitation, or bigger than what you are and levitation. 2-3 things can match and mix, mingle and move. So all you need to do is just be open with samana balanced and available. That's all. See, I am not now teaching you levitation. Please understand. I am teaching you enlightenment. As a byproduct, these 4 can happen. Anima, lahima, mahima, karima. All 4 can happen. So be open to it. Be with it. Let's see what happens. You will suddenly see there is every possibility not only levitating, the stability can become at least few seconds. Maybe 10 seconds or 20 seconds, your body will be able to stay. The other day I was seeing a hologram. Maybe it's some 2-inch by 2-inch size. On the pyramid, one dolphin is jumping. That is a hologram. So if you cut smaller, whatever size of piece you make it out of it, the full hologram is there as it is. Can you understand what I am saying? See, 2-inch by 2-inch, if you cut as a 4-piece, the full hologram is there. If you cut as 8-piece, the full hologram is there. If you cut as 100-piece, the full hologram is there. Just like that, Master's body is cosmos. The macrocosm in microcosm in its full form is Master's body. That is why the initiation is possible. Anything happens in this system, just one line, anything released in this system can just happen in the other systems. Just happen in the other systems. One understand? The Master's body is like a smallest possible hologram of the cosmos. Even then, even if you cut it as the smallest possible, the whole is there as it is.
You are not asked to levitate yet. You are asked to balance your samana for enlightenment. So as a byproduct, you becoming heavy, or you levitating, or your muscle expanding, these all will happen as byproduct. Now don't bother with it. What is byproduct? As I told you yesterday, I am not interested in giving you the technique to make more wealth, like a creative visualization, all that. See, our devotees become creative and make wealth is side effect. But that's not my purpose. And same way, I am not interested in giving you like a life solution, anger management, lust management, fear management. And this happens as a side effect of what I do. But that is not the main product. Same way, I am not even interested in making you moral. Morality happens as a side effect. You may not drink. You may not eat non-veg. You may not go on. You may not do drugs. These are the side effect or byproduct of what I am doing. But that itself is not the main product. My main product is breakthrough in your consciousness.
See, one more thing I want to tell you about the samana. See, exactly what happens during levitation I will tell you. Under the each hair hole, pore, there is a small, subtle air bag. Space where air can be filled, air energy can be filled. But unfortunately, that air energy cannot be taken through the nose. Through the nose, what it goes is prana, to grass. See, it's a to grass breathing. That cannot go and fill that subtle air bags which is under the each hair pore or hair hole. So that each hair hole should inhale, suck air energy from the cosmos, from the ether. When that small subtle hair hole takes the energy from cosmos and stores it, that is called samana. That air energy is only samana. The air which you take through nose, the prana, very subtle part of it can go and fill as samana. But very subtle and it takes lot of time. Actually, what is the difference between the prana, samana, vyana and all? No. The prana, air energy which goes, is more percentage of thoughts and less percentage of life energy. Samana is almost like an equal percentage of thoughts and equal percentage of life energy. Vyana is 25% of thoughts and 75% of life energy. Udana is 100% life energy. Udana is responsible for holding the heart and intestines separate. That is why when this area relaxes, all the 9 holes will release, excrete and death will happen immediately. Death will happen immediately. Medically, how you need to understand? This is what is death as described by Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is the death. The energy which is holding heart up, that's a pure life energy. That's the Udana. Now, when the air energy gets filled in the air bags, which is under every hair hole, you feel light, blissful, happy, joyful. Same way, equivalent to your body weight, if the air energy is filled in that air bags, if your body weight and samana energy becomes equal, then the lifting of the body happens. That is the science of levitation. Understand? That is the science of levitation. For example, let me tell you, see, if you sit and inhale, just during the inhaling, have a button, counter, how many number of thought comes, just click, 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 press it. During one inhaling, if it is 15 count, make it as 30, because each time pressing is one more thought. So 30. So take the time of the inhaling and the number of thoughts. Come up with a proportion. This proportion is your prana proportion. If this number of thoughts is getting reduced, then samana will increase, levitation will start happen. All of you are able to catch what I am saying? We can even scientifically measure and prove the length of time and the number of thought when it is, I can say, if number of thought is more than 50%, that component is more, it is prana. You can find out how to fix a standard. If we do 10 times the same experiment on you, we will have the standard proportion of your prana. Then, that proportion, if it gets changed, if the life energy is more and number of thought is less, your air bags under each hair hole is getting filled. If that filling is happening step by step, then first comes psychological levitation. When it is really more than 70% of your body, air bags are filled with samana, then happens physical levitation. If 50% of your body air bags are filled with samana, psychological levitation happens. If more than 70% of your air bags are filled with samana, physical levitation happens. This is the science. If 100% your airbags are filled with samana, on the sky you will be able to turn the direction, land smoothly or flow for a few seconds. It's almost like a flight you will be able to control. You can become pilot of your body. This is the science of levitation. Now we can do some experiments on the length of breathing and the number of thoughts happening.
You see, one more thing, when you are working towards enlightenment, that's a great service you are doing to the cosmos. Lot of collective negativity will be healed. As I said, when you start looking at somebody with love, that person is beloved. When you start looking with reverence, he is the inspiration source. So when you start looking with the devotion, he is God. So your way of looking, when that changes, you create. Same way the world. When you look with the ordinary way, it's a world headache, enemies. With love, it's a place of peace. With reverence, it's the hand. with devotion, it is God. Too many people seeing the world as God will make the world as God. That's what is raising the collective consciousness. See, that is what I am saying. Expanding the collective consciousness, raising the collective consciousness. Making God, making world as God. So, your very process makes it happen. As I said, participatory universe. How you participate, universe is created that way. So we are raising the collective consciousness of the universe through this process of participatory universe. Drishti, Srishti. Drishti means seeing. Srishti means creation. By seeing, creating. So every time you elevate your consciousness to a higher and higher plane, you are seeing the world in a higher and higher way. So the more higher and higher way you see, more higher and higher conscious cosmos is created. So you are doing the right thing in the right time with the right person. You are doing the best thing can be done, should be done with a human body. To the world with in best time and with best person.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nityananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
The space in which you are thoughtless, how to experience that? Experience happens when you sit in a deep trust with the Master. Soak yourself in that space again and again and again. Try to sit in that space of deep restful awareness, deep feeling connection with a deep trust, again and again and again, as much as you can. Let your whole body be soaked into that pure experience, pure space. Sit as much as possible, as many times as possible, in unclutched mood, receptive mood in Master's presence. Second, if you are not able to sit in the Master's presence, even if there are 7 people who are experiencing Kundalini experience, the levitation, if you sit at least with that group, where at least 7 people are levitating, that group itself will have the collective consciousness, the Master's presence. Please understand. If 7 people are experiencing Kundalini experience, levitation in your satsang center, be very clear, you have my presence completely. Because usually, if 7 people are experiencing that levitation, all different energies related to 7 chakras are active in that space. Thoughts are infectious. Spiritual experience is infectious. Spiritual truths are infectious. I can see very clearly. Even all the devotees and disciples who are sitting in the ashram, you can see very clearly. When the levitation experience was transmitted by me to a group of ashramites, slowly, you can see that it has spread now Almost 90% of the ashramites are experiencing that Kundalini. The remaining 10 are catching slowly. I am seeing every day at least 2-3 people are catching. How it happens, your bio-memory as an independent intelligence to take and send informations. Your brain is independent of your logic. Please understand, fortunately, your brain is independent of your logic. There are thousands of things, even if your logic is not able to grasp or understand, your brain grasps it. Your muscle memory grasps it. Your muscle memory catches it. There are many people who are experiencing Kundalini awakening and levitation. Even they are wondering, what is happening to me? Something beyond me is happening. How? Understand, you are fortunate, your brain is more intelligent than your logic. Fortunately, your logic cloud has not completely covered your sky brain. Your brain is like a sky, your logic is like a cloud. The cloud is not able to completely take over the sky. That is why your muscle memory is just catching it from the collective consciousness. You need to know. As body, you are natural. As logic, you are societal. So the body is more intelligent. It can capture the truth even if logically you are not convinced. It can just catch it. When the honest experience is happening and the truth is being transmitted, your muscle memory, which is more intelligent, will straight away catch it. Because your body is the gift from nature. Your logic is gift from society. Anything societal is suicidal. Your body is from nature. It's a gift from the nature. That is why, even if you are logically not convinced, the highest experience is straight away picked up, caught, received by your body. Your brain, your muscle memory can directly receive and transmit informations, experiences without any ordinary traditional communication methods like a word or visual or signal or any other orthodox method of relating, communicating. That is why your muscle memory is catching this experience. Just like that it catches.
Putting all my trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare. I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion. Your love is endless like an ocean. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. My life's become a meditation. position. If this is we had a deep connection. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands. Oh, heart begins to dance. Every time I think of you, I just start to let
Let me give you the instruction exactly for balancing. Sit either in Vajrasana or Padmasana and Sukhasana. Then try to find out in which position your upper body feels most light, weightless. See, if you push your don't do now, first listen to the instruction. If you push your body with closed eyes like this, you know you will feel the weight of the body. And slowly try to bring. At one point, when it is straight, when the equilibrium is completely balanced, when the whole weight falls in the center, you will feel your body is weightless. Same way, try side, left side. You will feel the heaviness of the body. Then again slowly raise your body. Actually, when you balance like this, if you wear like this heavy jewel, it will be useful. Heavy Rudraksha, you will really catch the exact point. It's one more use of energy beads. If you balance, at one point you will see, again your body is weightless. Push the body to the right side. Again, start step by step with deep awareness. Bring your body slowly. At one point, you will see, wow, I am weightless. Same way back side. Slowly bring. At one point, you will feel you are weightless. Try this in all four directions. You will find the balance posture for you. It may take totally 3 to 4 minutes. That's it, nothing else. You need to bend to the front, feel the heaviness of the body, and slowly push it back. You need to bend side, feel the weight, and slowly push it to the center, and this side and back side. Any direction in these four, any direction you can start, but you need to do from all four. Only then you will find out that balance point for you. Only then you will find out the balance point for you. Please understand, the moment you find out your balance point and be centered, immediately you will see there is no pain. You can sit for any number of hours. Your body will master the posture. When you sit in the proper posture and have the Samana Mudra, immediately you will experience the psychological Kundalini awakening. Means you will become light. Psychological levitation will happen. You will become light. Then few days of practice, the physical levitation also will happen. Please do not imitate Samana Mudra from me. See, whenever I do Samana Mudra, I put left thumb on the top. You don't imitate. You do only right thumb on the top. Actually, I am imbalancing samana a little bit. Only then I will not levitate. That's why. So I'll just imbalance a little bit so that I can be settled, and not only, of course, I don't physically levitate. I have balanced that much. Even otherwise, to talk, to relate with you all, I need to little, very mild percent, but samana need to be little imbalanced. Balance means like other energies need to be added, kept live. So whenever I put myself in samana mudra, it will be left thumb up. But whenever you do, it is supposed to be right thumb up. So all we need to do is aligning the body every day. Before you sit for your meditation, take these 3 minutes and align your body. You will see now, all the aligned body, the Kundalini awakening will be very easy. When the body is aligned, the awakening of the Kundalini becomes very easy. Just the backbone structure is such, the energy very easily flows from center to center to the crown.
Young Kriya directly awakens your inner potential energy. Young Kriya is essence of the whole levitation process. You may be aware that I conducted 48-day program on levitation, helping people to levitate, awaken their Kundalini. The whole program what I taught, the essence is young Kriya. So do this young Kriya at least 21 days. I can guarantee your mitochondrial cell energy will improve at least 500%. The mitochondrial cell energy can be roughly equated as Kundalini Shakti. The Kundalini Shakti is biological rough equivalent. The Kundalini Shakti is much more than mitochondrial cell energy. It is not just mitochondrial cell energy, but mitochondrial cell energy can be roughly equated to the Kundalini Shakti.
Kailash, the abode of Shiva. Explore the peak of mystery with Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a living enlightened master, and travel to the most sacred pilgrimage destination on earth. Added bonus, a visit to Madurai is added to the itinerary of the full trip with Swamiji after returning from Kailash. For more information or to register, visit n-yatras.nithyananda.org or write us at n.yatras@nithyananda.org.
I really feel happy when all these extraordinary powers like materialization, teleporting, all these have started expressing through my body. Not because of any arrogance or ego or showing off. I always felt, see, my teachers, my masters, my mentors, all of them were continuously showing miracles to me. That was such an excitement. See, some of my disciples have a deep feeling, I am not levitating, you are not giving that experience to me. I had the same feeling maybe for 2-3 years when I was practicing. But I always felt nothing like that solid is being expressed to my disciples. Disciples who are working with me. How will their inspiration be kept alive? Just words cannot. I know, I have seen. See, the power of word is till you create your own words stronger than my words, that's all. If I inspire you for enlightenment, talking 5 hours, you go back and have 1 cup of tea. In 5 minutes, create a better logic, stronger arguments inside you. Whole thing is gone. Over. So I always used to feel, oh God, I do not have anything solid to show these fellows and keep their inspiration alive till that opening, initiation happens. See, the person who is not yet levitated, for him, it is like a dead end. It is never going to happen. Only I know, any day just the coconut can break. I know that both sides, but they think, no, it is not for me. But I need to keep them inspired and make them continue the practice till the break happens. I always used to feel, really my mentors were so compassionate and loving, caring. They did not bother to express some of these extraordinary powers, like a brain candy. See, like a candy for inspiration. How, when you give a few candies to a child, it gets excited. This is for your brain, for your logic. All siddhis are brain candies, understand? For logic. You are thinking, yes. If all these things are happening, then whatever Swamiji is talking, it is true. I am going to levitate, I am going to get enlightened. I will live this life. I will wait for the ultimate experience to happen. I will transform my life. Just to keep that alive. I really used to feel there will not be a single day when something extraordinary not happening in my life, when I lived with Raghupati Yogi and Kuppammal. Something. Otherwise, how do you think I'm a normal school boy? He will just like that tell me, hey, start Surya Namaskar. I'll ask, how many Guruji? I'll call him Guru. How many Guru? Hey, Surya Namaskar means what? Till sunrise to sunset, do it. When the sunrise starts, I have to start my Surya Namaskar. Until sun sets, I have to be doing. How do you think a boy will be interested in doing it? Because every day they were showing something. They kept me alive. So I always felt, that dimension of support I am not able to give for my disciples. See, if that dimension of support is also given, many disciples not only will retain their inspiration, will really work for that enlightenment. Otherwise what? If I tell them to do weightlifting, they started doing not with dumbbells, with a skipping rope. In the whole world, first time, weightlifting happens with a skipping rope. No, the problem is the inspiration. The inspiration. Now, when all this started expressing, I'm really feeling that dimension, support. It is a support actually for you, nothing else. Otherwise, what will you do with that kumkum, with that vibhuti? Instead of giving that, I can give from the cup, that's all. I can give from the cover, that's all. What is there? Both one and the same. It is kind of a support for your mind to continue the journey. So now I feel we are able to provide that support also, so that more and more people will live a responsible, enlightened life. A responsible, spiritual life. I can tell you, when the Kundalini is awakened, your skin starts shining, because layer by layer your engrams get cleaned. Layer by layer, the Kundalini energy gets infused I am seeing very serious problems, tumors, very serious illnesses, long time back pain, long time depression, all these disappearing by this levitation, the Kundalini awakening. I only wanted to insist on sitting in Padmasana and continuously unclutching even while levitation is happening in you, so that it became a proper, beautiful flow. Not just hopping. It will be a proper yogic flying. Raise, be in the sky for a few seconds in that ecstasy and land. It will be almost like a paragliding. It will give you the paragliding experience. Raising, being in the sky and beautifully landing. Even while levitation is happening, unclutch. Continue to unclutch. As age increases, the number of mitochondria in our cells decreases in efficiency by about 5 to 8% every 10 years. One easy way to reverse this is by exercising. By exercising also you can increase mitochondria only 40%. But by levitating, 1300%.
Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Offer your gratitude to the lotus feet of Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Pratyaksha Pada Puja is a rare opportunity in a lifetime to express your surrender and gratitude directly at the feet of the Master, daily at 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. You can register for e-Pada Puja online, and you can receive individual darshan and blessings after the puja. You can send your blessings request at ntv.nithyananda.org or call 91-97422-03311. Make the best use of this rare opportunity to be in the space of the living enlightened Master.
The first study is normally when she's normal, how the brain is working. We found she has a brain. Second, it's working normally. Third, when the Kundalini was awakened at the exact moment, the researcher, the scientist, doctor, she says, Swamiji, the awakened state is intensely expressed. Same way, the deep sleep state is also intensely expressed. She says the gamma wave, which goes down very low, like a 1, 2 and all, during sleep, deep sleep, it has gone almost less than 1.42. She says this means there is no outer world information getting processed. The cognition is completely stopped. She says only during the deep sleep or the highly sedated can only create this kind of state. She says if I see only the monitor, I will say she is sleeping. But I can't say that now because I am seeing she is jumping. On the other side, extreme wakefulness. She says that wakefulness and let you guys see the original video of her own explanation. She says, I should not make any technical mistake in technical terms, that's why I am just briefing you. She says that wakeful state is something extraordinary. She can't even express immediately because she has never seen anything like this. She says the energy level
not just 1000%, 1000 times more. Another important point she says is, when I gave instruction for the brahmacharya to levitate, she says first, the instruction is being processed in the brain, means the brain is being convinced about the instruction. It is not like a hypnotism or mesmerism, straight away bulldozing and it is being executed. No. The negotiation goes on between the instruction and the brain gets convinced, and then the expression starts happening.
Suspecting you have something more than what you express in your day-to-day life is the first step for any higher conscious experience or any growth. Any growth in any line, in any level, whether your growth is related to ordinary physical wealth or the extraordinary inner wealth, the first thing necessity is suspecting I may be having something more than what my parents have taught me, what my society has made me to believe. When that suspicion is confirmed by one or two of your actions, then your seeking starts. And the proper methods and techniques which were created by the enlightened beings to awaken your inner potential energy is what we call yoga and dhyana, meditation. So the extraordinary inner potential energy which you have, only I call as Kundalini Shakti. Thousands of years before, our great masters like Patanjali, father of yoga, Shiva, the father of all great philosophies like Vedanta, all these great masters have very clearly expressed a powerful techniques and methods to awaken the Kundalini Shakti, extraordinary inner potential energy. One of the important methods to awaken that energy is for initiation, means diksha by the enlightened master. Please understand, when an enlightened being whose Kundalini is awakened by his guru touches you, blesses you, transmits his energy, sometimes not even touching, just by a hand movement, just by a look. When the energy gets awakened in your system, you also experience the same highest conscious coherence which an enlightened being expresses. This initiation is what I call transmission of energy. Please understand, when an enlightened master initiates you, your Kundalini also gets awakened. You can see some of the people shaking their body. Don't be afraid. They are not hypnotized or mesmerized. You see, a hypnotized person will not be blissful. They are not hypnotized or mesmerized. Their Kundalini is awakened. When the Kundalini awakens, such an extraordinary joy and energy, their body becomes very light. You see, your mind is the main reason for your heaviness. When your mind becomes light, your body automatically starts levitating. It is not hypnotism, it is not mesmerism. A mesmerized person will not have high awareness. Now I am going to demonstrate in front of you, through the proper scientific researches under the controlled conditions from a reputed scientist and the doctors who are working in the field of neurofeedback for last decades, through their scientific studies, they have discovered not only the people whose Kundalini is awakened, whose body is levitating, not only they are not mesmerized or hypnotized, their awareness is multiple times higher than a normal human being. Means high intelligence, high clarity, high awareness and high restfulness. Please understand, the doctors who are doing research on this phenomena, what I call Kundalini awakening, the power of initiation, they were shocked to see, even in the waking state, they are in such a deep restful awareness. One side, if you see their peace, it's almost like a deeper than the deep sleep. Other side, if you see their awareness, multiple times higher than the waking state. This is what Patanjali calls Jakrat Sushupti, awakened sleep. I can say, translate in a beautiful word, restful awareness. In Sanskrit we call Turiya. The state is called Turiya, the fourth state. See, there are three states: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. All these three, all of you know. But this fourth state, Turiya, Kundalini awakened state, only a meditator or who is initiated by an enlightened being, only they know the joy and bliss and intelligence and experience of this state. All the religions all over the world work for this state. Vivekananda says very beautifully, all our books, theories, meditations, yoga, techniques, symbols, temples, rituals, festivals, tirthas, yatras, everything is for this enlightenment, for this Kundalini awakening. But blessed are those very few rare souls who get the initiation from an enlightened being. Blessed are those who get the transmission of energy and experience Kundalini awakening in a very engaged, in a very easy way, without much difficulty, and live that joy. You can never become a billionaire by begging 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee. You can become a billionaire only if a billionaire writes the will to you. Very rarely few people work hard and try to become billionaires. Honestly, they also become billionaires, but number is very small. Like you yourself doing sadhana for 20 years, 25 years, finally experiencing the Kundalini awakening. By the time you experience the Kundalini awakening, your life is over. You become old. You don't enjoy the joy of living enlightenment. Joy of living enlightenment. It's like by the time you become a billionaire, you are old. By the time you acquire food to eat, you have diabetes, you can't eat. There are some people who grab others' wealth, swindle others' wealth, and become rich very quickly. But unfortunately, in the inner world, you cannot grab. Only in the outer world wealth you can steal. Inner world wealth you cannot grab or steal. Inner world wealth can be experienced only by you experiencing through meditation and proper technique or an enlightened master initiating you.
This levitation, Kundalini awakening, everything happens just through this great truth of entanglement. Nothing else. All I do is, for a few minutes, a few seconds, I make your inner space lighter than the outer space by removing the mass, dirt. Means, those few seconds you are in entanglement with my inner space, purest consciousness. Because your inner space loses its mass, dirt, weight. The body just starts jumping, hopping, levitating. But this is only initiation. By and by, after a few times, your inner space starts believing, oh God, thoughtless life space is possible for me. That is my nature. But because of my habit, I am habituated to live in a heavy, clouded space. Heavy, loaded space. I can be in thoughtless space. That is my nature. That is my original nature. That will be. That will become experience in you. If you are constantly initiated and exposed to the pure inner space, then once you are exposed to that, by and by your biomemory, muscle memory, inner space, everything starts enjoying that space and starts living in that space. It becomes living enlightenment. This is the way. The entanglement becomes entrainment. Entrainment becomes enlightenment. Entanglement is initiation.
Dial the avatar. Paramahamsa Nithyananda answers your questions live during the daily morning satsang every day at 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We invite you to directly talk to Swamiji and receive his blessings for your life to be filled with bliss and all the auspiciousness. Dial the avatar at 918027279999 extension 129.
Let me describe some of the deeper things happens during levitation. The deepermost reflectors of the consciousness is awakened. Please understand. In your body, brain, muscles, there are different levels of reflectors of consciousness. If just your lower level reflectors, when I say use the word reflectors, I mean like a mirror. The lower level mirrors where the dust is more and size of the mirror is different, concave, concave. The reflection will not be the highest and true to the original. You have more pure stable, deeper layers, more pure, deeper, stable layers of reflecting mirrors. Awakening those reflecting mirrors. Please understand. The original superconsciousness which is in you does not feel the identity, individual identity. Your individual identity is experienced on the reflecting mirrors. So, the quality of the reflecting mirror is going to directly have a say on the quality of the identity you feel as you. If the mirror is pure, clean, naturally the quality of you feel, please understand, the quality of you feel not only will be deeper and higher, it will be true to the original. For example, an ordinary logic calculation is also part of your brain, and the highest, deepest intuition is also part of your brain. When your logic part, when your logic mirror reflects the superconsciousness, you feel logic is your identity. Unfortunately, not a complete or a total identity. But when you feel your intuition mirror is mirroring your consciousness, so naturally the intuition part feels you as I. You have tremendous joy and respect for yourself. When the intuition reflects the mirror of consciousness, that is what I call highest coherence. Please understand, in your brain there are trillions of cells. In trillions of places the reflection happens. The quality of the mirror which reflects is going to decide the quality of I you are carrying, you are feeling. Mind is nothing but the mirror in which the consciousness reflects. So if you change the mirror's quality, the quality of reflection changes. The quality of you experiencing you as you takes U-turn. U-turn in you. Whenever you feel joy, bliss, your highest conscious coherence is shining. Highest conscious coherence shining in you is not tolerated by your usual biomemories. Those biomemories feel cozy, cool, comfortable, happy. Only in the dark corners, like a pig feels comfortable in the drainage. Elephant will not feel comfortable in the drainage. Elephant will ask for a river. When you don't have a river, you feel you should not have elephant. But I tell you, have elephant, use the elephant to make river. means have the initiation and break all this laziness and cowardness. Vivekananda says very beautifully, life is for dhiras. Veera is a man who conquers outer world enemy. Dhira is a man who conquers inner world enemy. Life is for people who conquer the inner world enemies, constantly infusing awareness. See, two things. When you constantly be aware and work without understanding, possibility of stress getting accumulated is there. Like corporate people. And you don't work at all, possibility of rust getting accumulated. Neither be in the extreme of no work, no stress, no life, nor go to the extreme of working without understanding. Let your body go on working, mind go on ironing it out and bringing understanding and not allowing the stress to accumulate. Only that will create the best biomemories. That is what I call U-turn. Creating the best biomemories allows my initiation into levitation in your body to become the highest conscious coherence. Understand? Levitation itself does not lead you to the highest conscious coherence. Through levitation, I initiate you into highest conscious coherence. But only when your body is prepared, when your muscle memories are in tune, when your muscle memories are properly awakened, the highest conscious coherence stays in you permanently. Levitation does not mean you reach the end. Levitation means the higher parts of your mirror are made to reflect the high consciousness. Now, when the high consciousness reflects on the higher parts of your mirror, all other parts of your muscle memory needs to alter itself, needs to prepare itself to receive the highest radiation. That is why I tell you, along with morning levitation every day, see, morning levitation is like intense energy dosage. Whole day you are working physically and using your mind to iron out all the stress and not to allow the stress accumulation with understandings. You will see the energy you received through levitation will be digested, will become part of you. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 0974220331. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say, which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.